Hey guys, it finally happened. I finally bought some property. 31 acres, pristine Appalachia. Let's go for a little tour, show you what we're talking about here, and give you a little walking guide of what all we're doing out here and some future plans for the Hillside Homestead. Let's check it out. So those of you who know me from Dave the Hillside Gardener, my house in the city, I still have that and will have that for the foreseeable future. But guys, I finally got enough money saved up and the right opportunity happened. And one of my friends was kind of getting rid of this old piece of property, which has basically been neglected and abandoned for a long time. So I'm going to fix it up, take care of it, clear a bunch of trees off here and start farming on it. And eventually maybe I'll just leave it as a camp and come out here in the summertime, enjoy it, and be able to stay in the city, you know, for the winters and things like that. It's only 40 minutes from my house, so it's not like it's really a long journey just to actually get out here and do some work. But you can already tell I've already cleared some of these little scrubby trees down. Nice little area here is cleared off. Now if you kind of tell, right about up in here, there's a road, and it goes from right that point there all the way here. And I think after the 31 acres, 2 of it's actually cleared off. And I'm not going to go clear cutting trees or, you know, starting some gigantic operation or clear cutting or having it logged or something like that, but just enough to have a nice little orchard, some trees, nice, you know, some big gardens, things like that. And it goes all the way down to the bottom of this. Down here, follows kind of the drainage creek line that way, which goes all the way down the mountains. Well, I got you here. How you guys doing today? Let me know what you're up to in the comments down below. Let me know if you like this this new idea I have, and maybe some ideas what you would do if you had property out here, or what you'd like to see me do out here at this property. But yeah, I mean, goes down here like this. It's pretty cleared off. You can tell at one point this was actually a farm, cattle or sheep or something way back in the day, because there's not a lot of really mature timber in these stands like this. But yeah, so we got this area here, and it goes down. And if you look back up here towards the street, there's a little house right there. It's about 950 square foot. Electric's already hooked up to it. It has a well, which I'll show you. It's not currently working right now. I might need to get a new pump for it. It's probably really old and kind of burned out, or just doesn't work. We'll try to get it primed, see what happens. Take you along for that when we try that out. But you can tell right here, the last people that were renting this property like 15 years ago, they had horses. So this is a single strand of electric tape. Keep the horses in, a couple random T-posts are over here. I've already got most of this little string off. It was literally everywhere, guys. I don't know what they were doing, but they had some horses up here, but I'm not going to get horses, so that's not going to happen. But you can tell over here, this actually happened years ago. One of my friends actually, I've known the people that's had this property for years, but one of my friends chopped this enormous black walnut down. It's all rotted out, and it got struck by lightning and caught on fire. It was just toast. So he took out the lumber that he wanted from it. But yeah, these giant logs are just left behind, which walnut is very valuable. I'm not sure if any of that's any value or somebody wants that. I know a lot of guys that woodwork, so I guess if they want to help do some work out on the farm, I'll pay them some black walnut. But this is not a stage, this is not a prop, guys. Look what I found. This is a nice little skull. So there were a lot of coyotes out here, and yeah, I'm thinking this might be like a baby cow or something. I don't think it's a deer. It could be. Let me know if you guys know. But yeah, that's wild. So I've seen out here in the snow, I've seen some coyote tracks. You know, see their path. They kind of come up from. Oh, slow down. Don't make anybody nauseous. But yeah, they actually kind of run from down back that way. And the tracks come right across this trail, and they trail off and go into this side of the woods, which we'll show you now. Now, at one point, this had an old fallen down barn that was basically collapsing. So that was torn down, taken off years ago. But what they left behind were some of these really old timbers from the barn. Now, guys, this stuff's probably, oh gosh, 80, 70 years old, maybe older. I don't know. Some of this might be salvageable. Some of these old planks over here, wooden planks. I mean, I might be able to use a couple of those for something, but who knows, but this is what's exciting here. This is what's left over of a fire pit. And check out these giant stones right here. These big, heavy stones. You guys had put around this fire pit, which is kind of fallen down, but that's easy enough to fix. They're just stacked cinder blocks, so Might have to get some concrete, kind of make this more of a permanent fixture, but it's kind of leaning over time. But you know, it hasn't been probably used or touched in 20 years, so there's that. And going back up to the house there, you can just kind of see a little perspective. Goes up here, levels off, and then on the front of the house there's a little yard there. I'll show you when we show you the well. So right here, this looks like maybe a handmade or a man-made little pond or wetland area. You kind of see the bank around it, which that is pretty cool. It's holding water as well. I mean, it's not very deep. It's kind of, but it's holding. So maybe dig this out a little bit, put a little wildlife hillside pollinator patch or something around here for the beneficials. And we're going to keep walking over here. Now, I'm not going to go exploring the woods today because it's kind of, I might save that for the springtime or check it out, you know, as things kind of turn green for the season. But kind of going wrapping around here, you see it goes all the way down to here, this bottom. It goes out this way quite a bit to a point, and then from there it wraps around all the way over here to that, basically here straight across to that ridge top over there. There's a, I don't know if you can kind of tell, but there's a cell phone tower right here. See that right there? That's the top of the cell tower. So it basically goes all the way over this ridge to the cell tower. And we'll get a better look at that. It's just a bunch of random stuff, guys. I mean, there's this looks like a sink, maybe. I don't know how that got there, what that's all about. Some more, I'm guessing that's from the barn wood. Set of stairs. Here's actually something that's really good. This nice wire. These reels of wire here. I'm definitely going to use that for some fencing, maybe around the garden or something we'll ever put out here, fruit trees. And there are deer out here. I understand they're going to be able to jump over it, but a little bit of deterrent, maybe until the trees get taken off. This is unfortunate. Now this right here is an old Gravely. Now you guys don't know, Gravely's a big name, at least around here. But this tree has since fallen on top of it. I don't think it probably worked to begin with, but you know, maybe get this tree off of it and kind of clean it up, use it as a kind of souvenir or something. It's a shame to see it go to waste like that, but it's what it is. More of this horse tape, I call it. But and you see it goes all the way down here and around, and it went down into the woods, all the way down in this area. And this is what I'm kind of excited about. I said I wasn't going to go, you know, land clearing or make a big, you know, destructive path here, but Appalachia, we don't have a whole lot of flat ground. I mean, you gotta use what you got, but right here, this little bench right here, it's a column, like it's a bench right here. This is fairly flat, this little drainage right here. So if anything, I might actually clear off this little spot down here. You can tell there's not many big trees. So I think at one point this was actually probably farmed or had a field or hay field or something at one point, but I might actually kind of thin this out a little bit. And then it wraps around back over here, and up there you can kind of see house in the distance that's across the street, and there's another house over there on top of the ridge. But yeah, this whole bowl right here from the ridge top there all the way down and back over and up to cell phone tower right there. A little better shot for you. So let's get a little perspective of it. Let's go to the front of the house and kind of talk about some future plans and just a little bit of show and tell. And we'll kind of wrap this up with this little introduction tour to the Hillside property out here in central Appalachia. So before we go to the front of the house, I just want to share with you guys right here, I have kind of determined that this is probably gonna be a spot of a garden. I'll put some fence around it. But yeah, this is a nice little flat spot here. Get some good sun. A little bit evening shade from the wood line behind me, but yeah, this is a nice spot. However, there's a giant tree that has fallen down. Another walnut tree. There's walnuts everywhere here, guys. But yeah, unfortunately, walnuts are allelopathic, so things won't grow around them or near them. So the fact that this kind of fell down by nature, if it's taken out, it's actually going to be beneficial if I do try to grow something around here. But I mean, just look at this beautiful blue sky. Early March, out here on the hillside, on a ridge top, West Virginia. Can't be better than this. It's nice and quiet, peaceful. This is the dream, guys. This is the dream. So here's a look at the front of the property. Now across the road is actually this property as well. You can kind of see a green barn maybe in the background. That's the edge of the property, and goes up this little ridge, another 3 acres on the other side of the road there. And what's important about that is they just ran gas and water lines, so there's water now available. But because there was never water available before, people had wells. Now this well is hand dug. It's got to be 100 years old, guys. I'm not going to take the cover off of it, but the well pump doesn't work. It's probably old and burned out. So who knows how long it's been there and neglected and exposed to elements and everything. But yeah, right there next to the road. Oh well, right here. So I might get some solar panels, get a solar pump or something. But eventually I'll probably just hook up to the city water and use the well maybe as a backup, or just kind of pump the water out of the well for gardening purposes. There's an old shed. Oh, satellite dish. I'll get that taken out, so it's kind of in the way, but those things can wait. I'll open this up at some time in the future. It's got a lock on it. I don't even know what's in here, quite honestly. I'd make a future episode about uncovering what's behind this this mystery thing here. But yeah, there it is, guys. That's just a quick little tour. Gonna be doing a lot of work out here in the summer. I'm bringing you guys along. Hope you liked it. Hope you're interested in following along. And because this is a brand new channel, who's gonna be the first subscriber? We'll find out. There you go, guys. I'll leave you with that beautiful, beautiful view.